Today we are delighted to bring you another inspiring episode of Tahaddi, the podcast dedicated to helping you enhance your management skills and navigate your career journey. Your host, Amireh Makkah, your go-to expert in project management and career coaching. Every Wednesday, we invite esteemed guests to join us and share valuable insights from their respective industries. They will provide unique perspectives and practical advice, leaving us all with a nugget of wisdom to apply in our personal and professional lives. Newcomers to our show, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to ensure you stay updated with every new release. Now, let's kick off today's engaging discussion. Stay tuned.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and most welcome to today our exclusive episode about the role of project management office within the organization and the important question we have listed there. Is it necessary to have one? And we are going to talk in this topic with one of the top voices in the world in the project management field, and especially project management offices and enterprise project management offices. Our guest has more than 20 years of experience across different industries as portfolio, program, project management office specialist, consultant, leader, and manager. She helps businesses to implement, develop, and manage enterprise project portfolio management systems and governance. Also, she is the managing director and the principal consultant of Project Management Office or PMO Solutions. Their main services in PMO Solutions: project, program, portfolio management offices, business consulting, strategic planning, change management, training, data reporting, and IT consultant. One of the words actually I have, it was amazing while I'm reading on her LinkedIn profile. She wrote like this: I don't know everything, but I know how to use the one I know and how to learn the one I don't know. Our esteemed guest today for our episode, Amireh Amirmazaheri. Amireh, how are you today?
Thank you so much, Sameh. Thank you for having me here today.
Really, it's our pleasure actually to have you, and we are humbled actually for the insightful knowledge we are anticipating from your side regarding the topic which we are discussing today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for all listeners and the people joined the episode till now. If you have any question, any inquiry, or any suggestion, you can paste it there in the chat box, and we will discuss with Amireh till the end of the episode. And inshallah, we will try to take all of the question you will paste there. Amireh, let me assume at the beginning, some of our listeners don't know the concept of PMO, project or project management office. Let's define it in brief and in simple words. After that, we can get inside or get to the details of our topic today.
Yeah, sure. In terms of like defining and the definition of the PMO, there are a lot of metaphors that people are using. One of the very famous one that I like to use as well is PMOs are playing a role of a conductor in a concert. So imagine that it's a business and you have different operational work, and specifically focusing on a portfolio and a program and a project management and delivery and the delivery side of the projects, and also the business initiatives and the objectives. Look at this as a concert company, that you have some audiences that they are your customers, and you have the musicians that are sitting there and playing the music. So there are the projects that you're delivering and the service to the customers, and the whole organization of the concert is to make money or creating an amazing experience for the customers. So they are the objectives of the business. So the role of the conductor here is to manage and create the voice and synchronize and orchestrate all of the musicians together to create an amazing experience, and makes all of those works that they are doing to build such a beautiful music and a performance to sit in their ease and experience of the audiences that are sitting there, and it makes them to come back again and make that business successful. So the role of the PMO is the conductor. the one that is standing up in the middle of the audiences and the delivery team and musicians with the concept of where the business wants to get to. As you know, the conductors can be musicians itself. That person can understand how to play piano, but his job at that time is not to play in piano. It's
To
not
manage
to
and to supervise.
Yes, it's actually enablement. It's kind of like connecting those different instruments together to create that beautiful music, to provide a service to the customers. So that's the main role of the PMO. So it's sometimes some of us forgetting about our role as a conductor and jumping behind the piano and start playing the piano. So we jump on the
So,
and start doing the job of the project managers.
I
This is
see.
not our job. Our job is to create that synchronization and orchestration along the way and create and deliver the service of the business smooth to the highest standard, aligned with when the project needs to be delivered, how they need to be delivered. And as you know, if one of the projects delay or has a fault, the song is going to be corrupted.
Amazing. That is amazing. While we are working in different industries between oil and gas, construction, infra construction, IT, and many other industries, is there only one type of PMO or there are different type of PMOs?
I love to. I'm so happy that you're asking this question because PMO started. It's not a very old or it's a very new concept. And
Okay.
if you imagine that conductor is in like kind of like a young age, about in the about end of 20 or early 30. So with that, for the businesses to understand the role of the PMO, they started to categorize the PMOs in different things, like a supportive PMO, controlling PMO, driven PMO, or all of this kind of stuff. And then the reason for that was the function and the main value that the PMO can add to the business wasn't really clear. Mainly they were looking at it from the administrative part of the delivery of the project. So the PMO were playing an administrative role. But the thing is now with the maturity that the profession already have, we cannot have a PMO and excluding the supporting function out of it. We cannot have a PMO and excluding the driven function out of it.
Okay.
I don't like to use the controlling word. I actually prefer to call it as an enablement. So mainly the PMO's role in enabling. And I have the pleasure and the honor of being one of the reviewers of the PMO guide, which is now issuing by PMI. And I can see that even in the guide, we are discussing about the different type of or different tags of the PMO. So we are hearing a lot of VMO, XMO, I don't know, digital PMO. A lot of tag is coming behind instead of P.
I see.
Bring it as a management office. But at the end of the day, the function and the DNA of this function is enablement, facilitation, centralization, and standardization. So
Yani what you said made me feel that the main role only of the PMO. However, maybe we are working on supportive or controlling or something like this, like what's mentioned in the guide of the project management institute. However, if we are going and apply actually regarding the enablement role of the PMO, that means we achieved actually our goal and we achieved the objective of PMO. That is right.
That's simple. Like that exactly what is discussion. The discussion in the guide is, and there are a lot of tags, a lot of names coming. But at the end of the day, the core of this function is to centralize and create a focus on delivering the project aligned with the business objectives and enable the execution of the business objectives. So as I'm saying, the conductor is standing up there to enable the business objective, which is creating an amazing and awesome experience for its audiences, for the audiences that are already sitting there. So that's very important to like, regardless of what we are calling it, the main important role of the PMO is to be enabler, is to be a facilitator, is to be a connector or a glue between the strategic objectives and the delivery side of the business.
Amazing. It's amazing. While I'm reading, actually, I didn't get to a clear percentage of the organization which implement already PMO within the organization, within the companies, maybe 50% or something like this. But the dilemma going on within the profession of project management regarding the success rate of PMO. Some papers actually are saying that 75% of PMO are closed within 3 years of existence. Another one in 5 organizations have disbanded their PMOs in the past 2 years. This survey actually was conducted 2021. What do you think? Why there are many PMO didn't achieve the goal and didn't achieve the objective actually they are created for?
So I actually changed your question to kind of like a funny way.
Go ahead. Yeah.
How many orchestras are successful?
Okay. In my opinion, most of them.
So the thing is, like, if we really see that the role of the PMO is that conductor, it means that, like, we can have a conductor that is not doing a good job, and we can have a conductor that is doing a good job. So it depends on who is the conductor, right? Depends on how we are professional in what we are delivering in terms of that service. One of the best things that happened so far to the PMO community is the PMI and PMO Global Alliance are merged together, which means that the PMI now recognize that the PMO is a specific profession. So imagine that you have a concert, you don't have a conductor, and you're going to the guitarist or the pianist and saying, like, hey, you know what, today, you lead, you are a conductor. That poor man is coming, standing up in front of the audiences and trying to.
And he doesn't know actually what he's doing.
And he doesn't know how to do it. And like, what is going to happen? People are saying, oh, like, the conductors don't know their job. But he wasn't a conductor, really, he wasn't a conductor. He is amazing pianist, but he is not a conductor. That is one of the threats to the PMO community, that businesses or even professionals think that everybody can be a PMO. And that is one of the biggest hits and the reason that PMOs are failing. Aside, in addition, the maturity of the business, in addition to the changes that are happening to the business, but in general, what happens to the business when they are evolving? Like, all the businesses are evolving all the time. Different methods are coming, different technology is coming, different type of the different finding in terms of the human psychology is coming across. So if that PMO still stick to what it was doing itself and not recognizing what exactly they are doing in the business, there is a big term that we are using in the PMO community, that demonstrating the value, then that PMO is going to be part of that 75%. So when we are looking at the statistic, we can see that from 2016, 41% of the PMOs have a big challenge to demonstrate their values. In 2022, we see that it is increasing to 47%. And just recently, like the PMO Squad has done a PMO stat review, we see that's almost about 70%, like 64% of the PMO's challenges is to demonstrate the value. My question is, when we want to be in 2026? Do we still want to be the same? Do we want to continue doing what we are doing? And it is not only about the PMO community, it's about the businesses as well. It's about understanding, respecting, and recognizing that the PMO profession is a separate profession and needs its own competencies. If because a person is a good project manager or is a good portfolio manager, is a good pianist, doesn't mean that person can be a good conductor.
Amazing. I can paraphrase what I have here right now regarding two factors. You are talking right now regarding the business maturity and the work itself, the nature of the work.
Yeah.
Second factor actually is the competency of the people who are doing the job and the functions. They are implementing the function of the project management office.
Exactly.
Amazing. I would like to greet and say thank you to our joiners, Mr. Muhammad Abdel Jawad. Many thanks for your joining. Mr. Wa'il Mahmoud. Farnaz, how are you doing today? Yes. Engineer Muhammad Dajani. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ms. Shireen Sumbul, thanks for joining today. She has a question. Ms. Shireen is saying that what metrics do you believe are most important for a PMO to track and why?
So that's a very good question. My question is, I stick back to the role of the conductor. What services, what type of instruments are in your delivery? What are the objectives of the business? Did you have a chat with your executives to see what they want to create? What is their vision? Have you told you that, like, you know what, we want to be able to sell plus 100 tickets for the next performance? So that's actually one of your metrics to encourage your musicians, and also estimating their, like, looking at your audiences and finding out how they are engaging, how they are really liking the music that is now performing. So it is very important to understand what services you are delivering. I have a huge respect to the PMO value ring methodology, which is simply saying, like, a PMO is a service delivery center. So you, the same as the other function in the business, like HR, like sales, marketing, based on what they are delivering, what services they are delivering, they are looking at those metrics. But in general, sharing, the main thing is, when we are talking about the value, normally the value, the understanding of the value is about increasing the revenue, or how you are contributing to the profit loss of the business, how you are improving the customer satisfaction or like engagement. And then they're all like, they're mainly, or how you are mitigating the risk, or what risk you are mitigating, and how you are saving the loss in the business. Just recently, if you are following PMO Solutions LinkedIn page, just as a last episode, I was telling you, Salman, before I joined, I posted a video about the PMO ROI, the return on investment. So it's the role of the PMO is not about the create a cash for the business. It's actually is preventing the cash crisis. So our role is to find out how our services are saving money for business, or are preventing the loss in the business. So whatever you're delivering, think about it. Like, you're delivering an amazing portfolio dashboard. Think about it. How that dashboard is, say, helping your stakeholders to save money, to make a decision. If it's not,
decision making, yes,
delete it. Or, I learned that from one of my colleagues that he was talking about it, was like, just turn it off and then see who is coming after it. If nobody's coming and asking, where is that dashboard?
okay.
So that means that, the most overlooked aspect of project management that often leads to success or failure is based on what I see, it's not written on the written on the sand, but mainly is about estimation, is about forecasting, is about risk identification, not risk like before the risk management. It's part of the core of the risk management is risk identification, and also stakeholder management are the ones that mainly lead to the success or a failure, because like I've been in a project that is being delayed for 2 years only because the people in the village that were impacted were not letting it go. So
Okay, I see.
the scope was fantastic, the planning, everything fantastic, forecast was great, but
But the
because
operation and the implementation is not to the extent or not to the
exactly,
yes. I see.
yeah.
I see. Type. I will tell you now. If my organization or my company doesn't have a PMO, and I would like to go and convince them we have to go for a PMO solution or any other entity actually to come and implement a PMO within our company. How can I convince them? How can I explain to them the details behind the word enabler? What the PMO is going to do? What are the main rules and functions actually are going to be there?
Can I ask what is your role in
Project
that
management,
business?
operations.
Project manager. So as I can see that Asra Hussain also mentioning that what is confused about the role of the project manager and the PMO
Consultant.
consultant. So like the thing is, look at it this way. This is the different scenarios. One of the scenarios is you are a project manager of multiple projects and you are managing 3 projects, right? Normally, specifically for the medium size to enterprise businesses, project managers are working on different projects. Or you are managing a big project which is including a lot of has a lot of team. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm in the
No
airport, so
worry.
if
It's okay.
you're hearing
I know that you
anything,
are in the airport right now. It's okay.
the main thing is like when you want to talk to the executives, and then like one side of it is your operational project management work that is mainly about the coordination. So you need a system, you need the processes, you need to know where the templates are, you need to know how you can recruit a team member for a delivery project. You need to if the if the business is always asking you, okay, where are you, what is happening on this project, on that project, and you need someone to be your support
As a
um,
guide.
and a guide to the executives. So because I'm telling you, executives always changing their mind and their directions, and it's a nature of the business that all of these things are moving around. But so that's the main thing, like your need in terms of I need synchronization, I need to have someone or some function to help me to understand when I have to play my instrument before I disturb another one. So like again, I'm going back to the conductor example. Imagine there is no conductor and they are asking different musicians to go on the stage and play music. So what you're going to say? Okay, you want this
Will be
audience to
chaos.
enjoy. Yeah,
Yes.
how can I do that? So this is mainly about like a win-win situation. So you want to win to deliver your project in the right time, right budget, in the right scope, and also the executives want to win to get the business done, to manage the business. So for that, you need a glue between these two sides. You need a synchronization. You need someone like a catalyzer in the between to not first of all shielding the project managers and the delivery team from all of the ups and downs that are happening in the business, and also giving a confidence to the executive and the decision makers that what they see is reliable and trustworthy.
Okay. For many organizations, I see that some of them going without PMO, the work actually, we can say, distributed like projectized work. Every project has a dedicated team, starting from the project manager to the other project management team. Um, how can we expect the difference actually in the success rate of the project? Many projects are going, maybe cost overruns are there or delayed little bit behind the schedule. How can we expect the difference in the performance actually while we are implementing and going with PMO?
So what you want, you are actually talking about the success factors of the project, right?
Success rate. يعني for instance, if today I'm achieving 40% of my projects are يعني considered success is there, and maybe they are on time, within budget, and they are doing actually the required quality. This 40%, how it will be after implementing PMO roughly, or something like, normal expectation, if we can say.
Oh, that's a good question. So yeah, but
So,
depends on who is the conductor, right?
okay,
Depends
I
on
see.
how that function is gonna be set up. Definitely, the success rate is gonna increase if you have the right PMO.
Okay,
Like,
I see.
I cannot tell you it's gonna increase for 20%, 10%, but definitely that success rate is gonna move positively if you have a right PMO and a right capability there.
Okay, amazing.
I can see that, like I asked for separating the profession or the role of the project manager and the PMO. Again, I'm looking at the project manager focus is mainly within the umbrella of the project to deliver the service or a product that the project is delivering. The role of the PMO is to enable that and support the project manager in that journey. So that's them, and then connecting what the project manager and making sure the project manager is equipped to deliver that job in the right way. Again, I'm using the conductor example that the PMO's job is not to come and manage your project. PMO's job is to enable you and make sure that you're equipped with the reason that the project is going on, the system, technology, the processes, and everything that you can deliver a project successfully, and helping you in mentoring you, supporting you in terms of the processes, in terms of the standardization, and in terms of the business objective, and making sure that, like, when we are talking about the success rate of the project, is not about the project to be just on time and on cost. It's about that project is really helping and supporting the achievement of the business objectives. Like, I can be an amazing pianist, but I'm sitting in the orchestra and I'm not playing right. It's not, I'm playing the piano fantastically, right? I'm delivering my project amazingly, but I'm not synchronized with the other projects and the other functions around me. And also, I'm not synchronized and aligned and focused on what the business want to achieve. This is a place that success rate and the success factors need to be redefined. That the successful
Amazing.
project is not just a project that is delivered on time and on cost.
Amazing. While we are implementing the PMO, I'm sure that some challenges are there. If we can brief
Lots of challenges.
it's okay, that is fine. What are the most challenges actually encountered by the people, by the professionals who are going to implement and start to activate the PMO role actually within any organization?
Based on I actually set up PMO for very different organization, from very, very large portfolios, very large enterprise, to even the small businesses. One of the biggest challenges is the definition, the role of the PMO. That makes people very confused and understanding what is expected from that function. So the exercise that we do normally with our customers in PMO solution is to say, okay, you tell us, like, this is a definition from the best practice. You tell us in your organization what PMO is and what PMO is not. And then when you have all the specifically executives in the room, then you can finding out what is their role and the responsibilities of the PMO. When you define that, then the rest of that is understanding what the expectations of the stakeholders are, identifying them, weighting those expectations, and then designing the functions that you want to deliver to them, and then so on. Create KPIs and da, 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 da.
Okay. يعني number one, the factor number one is the expectation of the people
Definitely.
regarding what the PMO is going to do within the organization. Yes.
Yeah, the definition, like, imagine that you are setting up a new business in the business, right? It's looking at it as you have a small business within a big business. That small business needs to be, everybody needs to understand that what is its role, and what should they expect from that role.
Okay.
Unless the PMO is turning out some days is conducting, jumping on the violin and playing the violin, jumping on the piano and playing piano. No. This is not your job. Your job is only to be a conductor.
I see. It's amazing. Let's take some of the question actually pasted here in the chat box, and after that we can continue our discussion. Shireen is telling, with that being said, in your opinion, what's the most overlooked aspect of project management that often leads to success or failure?
I actually responded back. I responded the questions. Yeah.
That's the same.
I think the last one is, Shireen, how would you incorporate principles from another field like psychology into traditional PMO practice? Actually, Shireen, the psychology is playing a big role, because the heart of the PMO is around people. It's not about tactical things. It's not about technology. It's about how people are feeling safe and trust to this function. If you are sitting in a concert and the conductor and the musicians don't have any trust to the conductor, they're not going to play well. So it's very important how to make the trust, because the PMO, all of the services that you're creating, at the end of the day, the component of the people is the most important component of that function to make that function successful. Even though we have a lot of amazing technical people that they know how to define schedule management process, how to define governance framework, how to create amazing, beautiful dashboard, but they cannot communicate, they cannot lead, they cannot think strategically. That's mainly the psychology is the heart of it. I do a lot of courses in psychology, read a lot of psychological books. A lot. It's a heart. You're gonna be amazing in it.
Shireen actually is our next guest, and she is a writer as well, and she has issued her first book recently regarding psychology as well.
Fantastic! Yes, that's a great pleasure, Shireen. Thank you.
Amazing.
I would love to be connected.
Thanks a lot. طيب, Himanshu is telling that, hi, I'm currently in the PMIS function, Project Management Information System function, and I have a strong interest in advancing to the next level in the field of PMO. Could you please provide some guidance on how can I pursue this? How can he go?
Himanshu, if I understand, you are in a Project Management Information System function, right?
I think he works right now on some application of project management systems, and he would like actually to advance his career in the project management offices field. How can he go ahead with simple steps?
So, Hamisha, it's actually my journey. I am coming to this field from a very technical, very IT and technology side. So I have a technology brain. So I can say that's, good, yes. So your logical brain, you already have a very logical and analytical brain, which is amazing. I think if you can connect that expertise and competency to psychology, to communication and leadership, and also project management technicality, that would be great. The other advice I can provide you is to try to get involved in managing projects. So it is good that you get your hands dirty in the field. So when you are setting up and or conducting any group, you understand the pain points of the different musicians that are sitting in front of you. So that is gonna help you to better understanding what they are talking about, understanding their challenges, and make their life easier. Because the job of the PMO is to make the life of the people in the business easier. So yeah, that's my journey too. I'm coming from a technology background, so I can't say like I'm one of those ones that have PMO and technology melted together. So yeah, it's actually a good journey.
Amazing. Amireh, is there any difference while we are implementing or trying to activate the PMO in a company or in an organization has separate projects and structure of projectized with different teams, and the other side actually if we are implementing this one with programs or with portfolio, is there any difference or the PMO is the PMO?
Can I understand the question better? Like what?
Yes, okay. يعني now my organization actually doesn't have a separate program or portfolio. We are not working on the same concept. Is there any difference while we are working with the PMO right now? We are implementing the PMO in my organization, and another organization actually, which is going to implement this one with a program or with a portfolio. Is there any difference in the concept actually?
You mean the portfolio management office,
Yes,
between the
yes,
portfolio
right.
management office,
Program
program
management
management office, and the
office.
project
Yes,
management office?
right.
It's a very good question. The thing is, one of the things that we talk about it in PMO when you are defining the roles and the responsibility of the PMO is where this PMO is sitting in the organization. Is it sitting mainly truly within the project? So we call it project management office. It means that although the PMO is also synchronizing the business objectives, the execution, but mainly the role of that PMO is to help and support the project to the success. So I'm providing different functions to the success. In this kind of areas, there are some confusion about the role of the PMO and the project control people. So that needs to be defined as well. In a program management office, there are different situations. That means mainly the PMO is looking at the 50-50 of supporting the projects and the delivery of the program, and also aligning the program objectives with the business objectives. Normally, when the PMOs are sitting on top of the programs, the programs that are commercially or contractually designed and defined. When the PMO is sitting at the portfolio management office, is actually looking at the investment that the business is doing. Because as you know, the definition of the portfolio is that bucket of money that you're investing in different pillar of the business. So that means that the role of the PMO is not only it is helping and contributing to the success of the projects, but mainly is making sure that how the business investment is moving, who is doing what, managing the resources, and also prioritizing the works in the business aligned with the business objectives. And also we have enterprise project management office that mainly they sit at the portfolio level as well, but it's sitting at the enterprise level. That EPMO, the role of that is mainly 80% to the strategic objectives. The EPMO managers, the real EPMO managers, is actually sitting in the executives our C-suite level. They are actually part of defining and designing the strategic objectives of the business. They provide advice of the direction of the business as well. So as you can see, the position of the PMO is, again, it's going back to that challenge that the PMO should be defined correctly in the business, one of the definition factors is where the PMO is sitting and what is the scope of work of that PMO.
Okay. It means while we are going higher in the ladder from the project to program to portfolio, that means we are going to be some away from the operations and from what is getting actually implemented within the projects.
Yes,
And going
exactly.
toward
You're
the
getting
strategy.
away from the tactical work to the strategical work, but
Okay.
it never gets 100%.
On other side, on any side, yes.
Yes,
I see.
yes,
I see.
yes.
My
At the end
next
of the day,
actually, my next question hitting this point, which is how is it important to align the project management office with the strategic objectives of the organization?
hello, sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
welcome back. No worry at all.
Sorry.
Yes, my question was how is it important to align the project management office objectives and role with the strategic objectives of the organization?
How?
How is it
There
important?
is no how. It is like if you're not doing that you're gonna be within that 75% of the failure PMO.
Okay, I see.
So there is it's a breathe, it's an oxygen for the PMO. So no way
No way.
like yeah, so like you are a cost to the business. If you're not delivering the service to the business aligned with where it wants to get to, you are a conductor.
We can say it's the basis of the work.
Yeah, like you are a conductor to perform classic music, right? And now you're standing up in front of the audiences and playing jazz. You're fired.
Yes, that is right. That is right. It's amazing. Is there any difference in the role of the PMO in the digital era we are encountering right now, and the AI and the new technologies we are seeing from day to day?
Of course it is. It's actually one of the things that we emphasize in PMO solution, that to move the PMOs from the delivery side, from the subject of the change of the digital transformation to the enabler of the change. So that is our niche expertise that we set up program management office for the digital transformation programs. But in general, PMOs that don't have technology knowledge are out of the business. So you must be tech savvy. And being tech savvy doesn't mean that you are a very expert in a PPM tool. No. It's about how you're thinking. It's about how good you are in mathematics. It's about how you're seeing the logics. It's about how you're seeing the patterns and the flow. It's kind of like, again, I'll go back to the conductor example. You must be aware of the latest technology of different orchestra room, right? Different the microphone that you are using to connect to the business, the lighting technology. So you must be aware of that before even you connect, or even before you start thinking about anything else. So if you don't have the tech mind and the tech muscle of your brain is not strong, you are out of the business. The new generation don't wait for you.
Yeah, we can say the conventional one is not going to work anymore after maybe few years from now.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you look at the new generation. I don't know if you have kid or not, but like the new generation, the 3 years old can play with the iPhone easily.
Yes, that's right.
That person, like that, the new generation is coming to the business, has no idea about the pen and paper, or like, those.
Yes, you are right. Yes, fully agree. I
The
couldn't
thing
agree
is, like,
more.
the PMO, if you are a conductor, you need to be ahead of even the business, because you
Mm,
are the advisor. So that's
mm,
why I actually just spoke in Global Project Management Forum in Riyadh. And it is also my subject in PMI Global Summit in LA in September.
mm.
That, hey guys, wake up. The digital transformation is getting to the blood of the business. And if you don't
Yes.
know how to make this program successful, and you don't know how to communicate with the technology people, you're out of the business. That's
Mm, mm.
end. So that's why I think, Himanshu, you will have a very interesting journey.
Yes, I see. I see. I see. It's amazing. I remember one of the amazing project I worked in my life was Dr. Saadi Adra, actually in Mecca,
Yes.
setting up and rolling out one of the PMO for the municipality there. I can say that a resistance or a good resistance was there actually from many of the parties. Sometimes from the departments themselves within the government sector. Sometimes from the consultants who are working on the project, and for sure from the performing organization who are implementing the work and doing the activities from day to day. How can we overcome this resistance? How can we turn these people from the other side to our side and to support us?
I go back to the psychology, right?
Yes, sure.
I talked to Sharon about it.
It's a barrier, actually. It's a barrier to get to the amazing or the effective implementation of PMO.
Yes, yes, exactly. That it goes back to the competency of that people, of the PMO
Mm,
professional. So if the PMO practitioner is equipped with the right competencies and skills, that PMO is not falling down into that 75% failure, right? And
okay.
also, everybody cannot be a PMO.
Okay. يعني that means people management is the main factor we can stress on as we are dealing with the all stakeholders of the PMO, so we can get their support and we can go ahead in our way.
Yeah, just imagine, Summer, like, for example, you buy an amazing car for home, right?
Mm,
You bring a super automated, smart, flashy, beautiful car. You
okay.
bring it into the parking, but there is no one in your family that can drive it.
Okay. Yes, I see.
Or your kid is sitting there and then eating banana and putting the banana around all around the car. And what would you do? You cannot kill the kid, right?
Mm,
The thing is understanding the reality of the nature of the people.
mm,
Like writing down a good governance model, yeah, it's easy. Like you can just ask a ChatGPT for doing that. But
mm,
making that happen is the most important thing. Understanding and being able to use what you know is the most important thing. That how to use what the knowledge that you have, and also making people to follow and lead them to get to the place that the business wants to get to.
mm. Amazing. What pop up in my mind right now regarding the alignment of the objectives, which means if I can align my objectives as a BMO implementer or whoever with the objectives and the goals of the different stakeholders, that means actually I'm going to get their support and I'm getting
Yeah.
to get them actually in my court.
And the thing is, like, I can see that Stefan is here as well, which fantastic.
Wow. Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah,
Welcome.
um, people, and also in the heart of it, like, it's not about only the function of the PMO, it's about the objectives of the business as well. If you don't have right people in place, if you don't assign right people to the right projects with based on their competency, you will not achieve your objectives as well. So it is important for the business leaders, for the PMO practitioners to have a view of where their people are, where the resources are, how that those capability and competency these are distributed among the projects, because that people factor is actually a very important one. So I really guide you to connect with Stefan around that, because the people, the people factor is the most complex, but also an amazing part of the journey.
Amazing. Is there, Amira, is there any impact of the PMO on the organizational culture or the mentality and the change
Oh
management
yes,
generally?
yes. Oh, definitely, definitely, yes.
How can it affect this culture or the culture generally within the organization?
Okay, so you're a conductor of the business of the orchestra,
Yes.
and you have to lead a classical music, like it's a classical orchestra in a very like in a Sydney Opera House,
Okay.
and the dress code is a black and white, so it is actually very formal. But your conductor is coming on the stage with the jean
Jeans, yes.
and a sneaker.
I see. I see.
I think I
Yes.
answered your question. So, or the other way around, like the conductor is a presenter. I'm not saying like I'm not saying that the PMO is the marketing or the face of the business, but if you want to be successful as a PMO, you should be PMO in heart, right? If you want people to be organized, you must be the most organized person in that organization.
Okay. I
I
see.
I have friends. It's 5 a.m. here in Sydney. I'm happy they are not listening to this, but live. But like I have a notebook that I'm planning my days based on hours. Fanos is here. She has seen my notebook.
Yes, I see.
So the joke that they were making with me was like, oh, next Wednesday lunch what you are having. And I was saying, yes, I know that because I'm PMO in heart.
Mention that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right.
So that's the thing. Like the PMOs must be the role model. Don't like align yourself with the pace, and also help the business. Like if you are conducting an orchestra on the Sydney Opera House with the dress code of the black and white, you must wear the best outfit.
Yes, I see.
And deliver it in a best standard ever, to be a role model for your project managers, for a delivery team to be organized, to follow, and to be impressed.
Amazing. Amira, well, I can say more thank you actually regarding your time for the preparation actually for the episode. I don't want to take more time from you. I know that you are in the airport and you are waiting for the airplane. I'm very happy and I'm very grateful actually to your joining to us today.
Thank you. That's a huge pleasure, and thank you for having me.
Yes.
Tashakkur jazila.
It's the first time and I'm sure that it will not be the last one. It's okay. Thank you so much, Amira.
Thank you, Simon, for having me, and thanks for everyone joining us, specifically Stefan from Master Plan as well. Thank you so much, Stefan, for joining, Shirin, and whoever found us as well. Your 5 a.m. Thank you so much.
Amazing. It was amazing discussion. Thanks a lot, Amira. Thank you for all our listeners today. Inshallah, we'll see you in next week at the same time with another topic actually with one of our esteemed guests. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Have a good one.